natural allies in your body's everyday fight, found in whole fruits and vegetables. Phytonutrition delivers natural strength to keep you ready. Fight the good fight. Whole food phytonutrition plus balance of nature. The Phytonutrition Company.
Hi, sir. Go ahead here. You say hi to make your website so fast that all my customers' noggins while they're shopping for goggles for their noggins.
American small businesses feeling the pinch as inflation hits the highest level in 3 years. The cost of gas, housing, and food are all up.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Business and making it big in this country in any economy. Celebrity entrepreneurs Bill and Juliana Rancic join us now. And of course, welcome back to the thread this. Did you know that
Roger, turn 93 downbound, 30 minutes above 11 and 12, upbound for Harbor Beach, send your position, the Wilfred Lakes 1, 8, and the outbound, and the Alcotera, upbound for the Salt Dock 0947. The Algoma Compass has just departed their dock at Marysville, but they're headed to Shelford.
I think I had a little bit of an advantage because I was hosting E-News, which was the entertainment news show. So all there, I was interviewing somebody. So when I would see them on the red carpet, it was very natural, as opposed to just having to like try.
Hey, Corey, good morning. Giggles.
Yeah, absolutely. So, my dad worked day and night to pursue the American dream. So I know a lot of small business. That's how I grew up. And so for us, we always talk about what can we do? What can we do, especially in a time like this when it is.
How you doing, TJ? Do you work today?
DC, Las Vegas, we're coming to Florida.
Corey, what are you up to today? Chasing the kids around or what?
So it's got this school life. And even my father has it coming to sports for him. So it's Bill was saying, it's about being agile, not feeling like I need to keep doing the same thing I've been doing.
This is
Well, so this is speaking of my dad, my mom, who took amazing care of us and always made us these amazing meals, is now an entrepreneur herself. She has a food line called Mom and Handy that we helped her launch. And so this is authentic Italian food from Naples, Italy that now we just recently launched it. But my mom.
Oh, you're going later this afternoon. Okay.
talking about being agile.
Oh, you're going to go flying, Corey. Okay, that's cool. That's if the rain stops. Okay, you got rain. I got sunshine here. As you can see. But I also have no drone to fly, so that's just pretty much what it is. Is what it is.
With our dry pastas and our sauces for under $12 $20. So
It's clean, no sugar added, no additives. Mommy doesn't have any traits in it, so we're making sure that this is food you can feed to your daughter or your son. It's very clean.
it is
The
clean.
good news, so often is that traits. Yes. Hot dogs are coming next. Yeah, well,
Exactly. So, side it is all about, and just 5 ingredients. The sauce is just 5 ingredients. So we're so proud of it, and it's as authentic Italian as you can get.
on free shipping this week only.
Yes. Well, maybe that.
See, finally closed. Good question out there. The summons behind us. Now we look back. City of
Good morning, Anita Perino, and this is America's Newsroom. We are back together. The world at this point. You too. Well, tomorrow, President Trump will reportedly meet with his national security team. They will go over military options. This as many intelligence officials shed light on Tehran's potential state of mind.
So those officials telling Fox that Iran may be trying to outlast Trump, hoping that political pressure will prompt him to back down. He wrote this on social over the weekend on True Social. He said, for Iran, the clock is ticking and they better get moving fast or there won't be anything left of them. Time's of the essence.
Trey Yates following all of this from Tel Aviv. Hi, Trey. Good morning.
Hey, Dana, good morning. Well, the region waits to see if the days ahead diplomatic efforts are playing out. Reports indicate Iran has submitted a revised proposal to Pakistani mediators aimed at addressing some of the gaps from previous response that President Trump called a piece of garbage.
Therefore, from the very day after we sent our points to the American side via Pakistan, we were faced with a series of proposals from the other side, which have been reviewed over the past few days. As was announced yesterday, our own view
TJ, you crack me up.
And for stable blockade, senior Fox News sides are developing a fuel crisis with long lines at gas stations being observed. It's getting exponentially worse, the official added.
Well, the economic situation is very bad. I mean, for 3 months now, the situation has completely deteriorated. Ever since these protests happened, as well. And then, the shop was basically closed. The situation is extremely bad.
That senior speaking with Fox News weekend, specifically saying early signs of a developing fuel crisis started emerging over the weekend, including long lines at gas stations and growing public discontent over fuel shortages and distribution problems. Prices continue to rise, unemployment is climbing, and inflation is accelerating sharply. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent called today for U.S. allies to increase economic pressure on the Iranian regime.
We call on all our G7 and indeed all of our allies and the rest of the world to follow the sanctions regimes so that we can crash out on the finance that is fueling the Iranian war machine and give this money back to the Iranian people.
The U.S. rebuild on the prospect.
Here comes LC Lance Cadena. Good morning, Lance.
Good morning, Paul.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm on my way to work. I've got to stop and get gas, and then I'm probably going to launch from someplace. I don't know where yet. I decide as I pump the gas, I think. So gas was super cheap up north of Seattle, in Marysville, a town called Marysville. It was only $5.15 a gallon. Down here, it's about $5.65 down in the Seattle area. So
Well, it's 50 cents a gallon more.
Roughly, yep. And the so we gassed my wife's car up before we left on the way down. But of course, you know, it takes half a tankish to get from there to home. But my gas is empty, so I need to go gas it up. Hoping the gas comes down pretty soon.
Yeah, somebody was asking what is Victoria Day?
What is Victoria Day?
Yeah. That's a Canadian holiday, I think.
It must be. And Victoria, Canada is in our neck of the woods. You know, it's just across the border. I don't know. I'm sure it's some type of celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet if you Googled it, it would tell you.
Let me do that right now. It is. Victoria Day is a federal statutory holiday in Canada. It celebrates the birth of Queen Victoria. It marks the unofficial start of summer for the Canadians. The holiday is observed on Monday or before May 24th, which follows the long weekend, making it a popular time for outdoor activities and opening of summer cottages.
So the Monday before the 24th of May, is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah, so that would be today, which is also Mount St. Helens erupted 46 years ago today.
Really?
Yep.
It just seems like that erupted just yesterday.
Yeah. Yep, I was a snotty-nosed sophomore in college.
Yep, Corey's got it right. He put it in the chat. It's honor of Queen Victoria.
Morning, Logan. Morning, Brenda. Morning, Ed. Morning, Frank.
Giggles is in there too.
Morning, Gigs. So, Giggles, you're going to have to tell me what kind of RC, a good starter RC car would be. Probably I want a 1/10 scale. And I don't want to spend $800 either. But I also don't want it to act like a toy. I'm asking a lot.
Yeah, I don't know anything about RC cars or any of that kind of stuff. Just pretty much drones.
Yeah, I don't either. We need to get Frank back in here.
Well, is it Dusty that has the cars that he drives?
Does he? I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know. Somebody does.
You know, I know Frank the Tank, who comes in every once in a while on a Thursday.
Yeah.
You know, he comes in on Thursday mornings to kind of promote his show. But he hasn't been in for a couple months now.
TJ says what you got to do is just go to Amazon and just look through them all.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't even know what I'm looking for. You know, the engine. You know, anything. You know, tires. I mean, it's a crapshoot to me. And again, I don't want to spend $1 million on a car either, because I'm in Giggles. I'm in the same boat as Giggles. You know, I want someone to run it while I chase it with my drone and vice versa. But I don't have that second person.
Well, you have to have control friendly then.
Yeah. Yeah, because if I ask my wife to do it, it's got to be an easy task.
Logan says Traxxas Stadium trucks. They must have
Yeah.
must be a brand Traxxas Traxxis.
Yeah, TRAXX is, I know, a good starting spot to look at.
Yep. Hey, Trevor. Trevor's coming out of the chat.
Okay.
He'll probably
In
explain
the
it.
chat or in the chat or in our live stream?
On the live stream. Trevor, can you hear us all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If you want
Yeah.
advice on the cars or RC cars, Captain Drone does actually review a fair few. So go back through some of his videos. He's actually done some quite good reviews. So
who's that, Captain Drone?
yeah, kind of the guy from Canada.
Okay.
He reviews drones, RC cars, RC planes. He fairly well knows his stuff, especially knowing if you actually looked at some of the RC cars he's actually got. He's got some quite large petrol-driven ones that as well. So yeah, he well and truly knows his stuff when it comes to your RC cars and obviously RC planes and drones.
I can understand where Lance is coming from. He's confused because he's never owned one, he's never looked for one, and so he was just kind of asking everybody, does anybody recommend one as a starter?
Yeah, it's a hard one because he wants to start a drone that can do everything that the big drone can actually do, which the big RC car can actually do. So I don't think the two exist at the same time. They don't have an easy one that actually acts that does everything that the big ones can actually do. So it'd be advisable to review some of his videos and have a look because he's reviewed a fair few RC cars in the time, and he might be able to point you in the right direction, or his videos might be able to point you in the right direction. And he does actually respond to his videos. So if you put a comment there asking a question, he's normally quite good at replying.
Yeah.
Okay, Lance. Lance must be fueling his car up, his truck.
Oh, God. Did he contact the bank manager first?
Yeah, he said that down in Seattle, it's $5.65 a gallon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what actually happens when you have turmoil in the areas which produce oil. You haven't felt the increase that's going to come from the Russians actually having one of their oil refineries actually hit only in the last couple of days by a hyper drone. So with the conflict going on, it doesn't matter where the supplies actually hit. It affects everyone, whether you produce it yourself or you import it from another country to actually get to you. You're still going to be paying what's known as the set price for fuel. and any little conflict anywhere sends the price skyrocketing, which is a shame. And like the main reason I dropped in tonight is I found out the name of the movie that we've all been trying to think of, that AI movie. Let me just go to the get the page up, which has actually got the name of the movie on it, because Colossus, the Forbidden Project, produced back in 1977, where the government of the day decided to give control of its nuclear weapons to an AI-based computer. Until the AI-based computer once he had it all controlled, and it was not that guy. He was built in a very under a mountain in a really good bunker with its own nuclear power plant. So therefore, nothing could actually interrupt it. And then subsequently, he wanted to talk to the other computer. And subsequently, yes, he held the country to valuable to ransom, was going to fire off all the nuclear missiles and etc. unless he got his way, and still didn't get his way. They ended up finding a way around him in the end. But yeah, he a very, very smart AI computer, and strangely enough, that was actually produced before they actually had the next one that actually came up on the search list, which is 2001: The Space Odyssey, where how the computer became homicidal. And we they're kind of, so you've got a large number of remakes on those over the years. Okay, we've got the Terminator that came in after that, and then kind of over and above that, then you've got iRobot and etc. And apparently, they were talking about a remake of the Forbidden Project. Only a couple of years back, and I don't know if that actually got off the ground. Because the they were going to get Will Smith to actually play a part in that one, and so I don't know if it actually ever got to being filmed, or whether it got canned before it actually got off the drawing board. But yeah, it's amazing how a movie from 1977, they actually predicted we were going to have computers with AI back then.
Well, we certainly have them now.
Oh yeah. So
what
yeah,
else is going on with you, Trevor?
Oh, nothing much. Kind of a nice quiet day over here. Weather's been reasonable. It hasn't been totally fine, but it hasn't been pouring with rain like it did for most of the weekend. So it was quite nice to actually have a Monday where the conditions were quite nice. Not too windy and not horrible. You have to excuse my voice this morning. But yeah, it's been reasonable over here. Not too hot, not too cold. But I'm told by a reliable source that we are going to have more rain probably tomorrow our time. So and then that's good. That's going to set in for most of the week. So I think that I've got to expect it because it's actually that time of the year for
Okay,
us
coming up on my
where
secret
we do
spot,
get rain.
fellas.
What's that, Lance?
And of course,
Lance? Oh, he can't hear us. He
Around yet,
said he said something. I don't know what he says. Coming up on his secret spot or something. Can you hear us, Lance? Evidently not.
yeah, but I think he's on the edge of connectivity.
That or when he went fueled his truck up, he ended
I
up.
don't hear anybody. Is anyone talking?
Yeah, we're talking. Can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't hear anyone.
Yeah, but
I don't know what's going on. What do I need to turn that up?
did you break your truck? Did you break your bank manager's heart by filling your truck up?
He can't hear us.
Yeah. Well, he can hear us, but it's muting him out because he's too
For
low.
a minute.
What's up, Corey,
Nice.
TJ, Logan, whatever.
Good morning,
Good night.
Justin.
Morning.
Okay, coming up to my secret spot, fellas. Gonna go fly the best drone in the world, the 360. 360. Here we
All
go.
right. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Just wait for the next Mavic or the Mavic 5 to come out. I'm tipping that they're going to continue the 360 degrees theme with it.
Like a Mavic 5 that's got a regular camera and a 360 all built in one big gigantic ass. It's gonna look like
Yeah.
a big ass studio camera.
Well, put it
Now
this way,
here
it'll be a
you
big ass studio drone. That's to put it.
Well, the cameras have just seemed to gotten bigger and beefier over the years.
Yeah,
Like
but
look at a Mavic 2 Pro compared to a Mavic 4. Totally different.
yeah. Well, you got to look at the amount of technology that's in there. The what they've now got 8K capabilities. So they want them. They've got to go ahead and put that technology somewhere. If they go ahead and put it into too small a spot, then they get heating problems and reliability problems. So it's a bit of a juggling act.
So how'd the first day back the week do for you?
It's all right.
Now you got how many more days do you work before you get
Got 7 more after today.
7 more days? So in other words, you come back on the Monday after the weekend, right?
Yeah, then we just go till Thursday. Thursday's a half day. So.
No, I think we'll still run the buses on that day on Friday.
I ain't gonna be there.
Not letting you. I'm not letting you have any time off.
Huh.
Okay, I think when you look at it, they should have school 7 days a week. That way they could probably knock out a year if they quite easy after that kind of yeah, that kind go ahead and have a 7-day week of school.
They have to do 180 days a year.
Oh, God. That's only half the year.
Yeah, the other half they're on vacation.
Yeah. guys, this is just not
Dude,
good enough, Mark.
during November, December, they have damn near a month off.
Yeah.
Well, when you're talking about in school language, a month off, that includes the normal weekend that everybody has off.
Mm.
Well, like they get a whole week off. They get 9 days off in November, and then they get almost 3 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
So it comes out to just about a month. That's including the weekends and everything.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. I know a school teacher here still gets what's classified as 5 weeks of annual leave. So, and that coincides with all their school holidays and etc. etc. And so there's a fair bit of the time when the teachers are in the school, but there's no students. The kind because if you actually added up the school kids time off, they get there's 4 terms and there's 2 weeks. There's a 2 week break in each term, so that would add up well more than 5 weeks. So therefore, the teachers would be getting too much time off. Plus, then over and above that, we've got I think it's the fairly well the second to last week in December until the end of January that the kids have off for the Christmas break. So you add all that up, teachers are on a good thing.
Yeah, the only people that work over the summertime in our department is the mechanics. They work all summer just like normal.
Yeah.
And a lot of the office staff does. They don't work the whole summer, but they come in a few days a week.
Mm. Yeah, well, when you look at it, the best time to do any bus maintenance and stuff like that and get it all out of the way for the school year would be whilst the kids are on holiday break. So
plus, they have
if
to
anything,
plan out all the routes and everything for the next year and everything.
yeah,
It's a big to do. Because they're organizing like hundreds of bus routes between 9 different areas.
that shouldn't be too hard. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'm going to have a fairly well and easy week this week. Hopefully it fairly well stays that way. But yeah, nice quiet week. As long as the rain we actually get is just rain, not the heavens opening up and dropping everything at one hit, which we get a lot of here at the moment. Yeah, I'm all for the rain, but I prefer it to come down and be useful rain, not the stuff that falls down in half an hour. You technically get 2 to 3 days worth of rain, and subsequently most of that just goes down the drain because the ground can't absorb it that quick. But if it's a nice constant rain, but for low level, the ground can absorb it and it can do some good.
We got a little bit of rain last week. We definitely needed some.
Going to be happy. And when you're ready to sell your home, it's possible that your new windows and doors can help pay for themselves by increasing the value of your home. Here at Renewal by Anderson, we value homegrown talent. Your local design consultants, measure technicians, certified master installers, and
So what's the weather like down your way, Justin? Hot days yet, or
Oh, it's been hot for the last week or so.
ensemble and
Today is supposed to be
built entry doors that were designed for beauty,
feels it's like 88 out right now.
historic,
It's supposed to be.
and one
So it's 88 out
Yeah.
there at 9 in the morning.
It's 81. Feels like 88. It says the high is only going to be 89, but I don't believe that.
So 89
Seven.
probably makes it feel like 93, right?
It could feel hotter than that.
yeah, because you've got it sounds like you've got high humidity down there.
73% what it's showing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one reason why I won't stay in the warmer climates up north of Australia, because of the fact that it's not the heat so much, it's the humidity. Like yeah, the high humidity makes it feel like you're melting.
Dry heat's way better. Go inside, you feel cool almost instantly.
Yeah.
You don't feel all nasty, sticky, and sweaty.
we can build that RV and we can go get them.
It monthly and feel the fight all year long.
Coming up in a couple of weeks' time, here in Australia, we're going to have the first test of our new emergency alert system. It's the one option on your phone that you will not be able to turn off. Every single phone will receive it in the area of the emergency. But it makes the phone go off with a siren, and then a voice message will come up with what the incident is. It's actually once it's actually up and fully running, when there's actually a fire start anywhere, or a major
Howdy Graf
disaster.
said White Medium Star 3 MSFS
Ooh.
2024.
Okay. Yeah, they went ahead and they put out a message, and then that will go to all the phones only in the area that's going to be affected by the fire, and they're going to go ahead and use AI to detect where the fire's going to go, so that they can get out emergency warning messages to people ahead of the fire to take shelter. And
Is it emergency services? Like, is it an alert system for any disaster, or just specifically fire?
yeah, it's set up for any disaster. So if we actually had a significant earthquake, kind of major storm, cyclone, is the other one that will be used up in the northern part of our country. So it will be used by everyone, but they're going to go ahead and do a major test in 2 weeks' time, which will be every single phone in Australia will at the same time receive this emergency alert message, which is going to be interesting. It'll be it will be one of those things that if they get it and set it up right, it should actually do some good. But if it's only as good as the data they're actually putting into it, that so the emergency alert message may sound, but
afternoon, Mark.
if the AI's gone ahead and said, well, this big area is affected and there's only half of it, people are going to stop listening to the emergency alert message. So they're going to need to make sure that when they actually release this thing, that they make sure that there's a bit of human intervention to make sure that there is no false alarms and things like that, because the one thing you don't want is false alarms, because then people will go ahead and start ignoring the messages altogether, and you've defeated the purpose of having it in the first place.
Mark?
I just did. Yeah, we've already got that system up and running, Trevor. In fact, the only two times it's ever gone off is the 2 tests they did on it.
Well, that's when you really hope. That's the only time. That's the only times you really want to hear it.
Yeah,
they do ours once a month. You'll get emergency alert testing.
Morning, Mark. Hey, I don't want to change the subject. Mark, I don't want to change the subject, but in a minute, let's talk off. But you guys
Aaron Rye, yes.
You guys can keep going. I just wanted to say that before I forgot.
You finally got your audio going.
Yeah, I turned my car off to fly and then turned it back on and picked it right back up. So I don't know what the deal was. Who knows? It's technology.
How did your flight go?
Awesome. You know, Paul, I don't know if I've ever told you this. It is so beautiful here in the Pacific Northwest.
Probably
goodness,
not.
What a gorgeous day.
Yeah, we had a thunderstorm this morning. Thunderstorm this morning and bright sunshine now.
Mark, you missed the perfect opportunity. You're supposed to go and fly your kite during the thunderstorm.
Oh yeah.
You know how I know you didn't fly your kite?
I'm still here.
You're still here talking to us.
Yep.
Was that an awesome putt on 17 yesterday by the winner?
Wasn't it just?
44. That was an amazing putt.
Yeah. And it turns out he didn't need it.
No, he didn't need it. But boy, that gave him all the relaxation in the world once he sank that. My gosh.
Didn't it just? First Englishman to win the USPGA since 1912.
An Englishman wins it all. Glad to see a new guy win it.
Good morning, Joe.
Yeah. And he's only in his early 20s as well.
Yeah.
You made it back from Johnny.
Yeah, late last night.
So Joe, I flew the best drone in the world this morning
Avata 2?
and got some great footage. No, the Avata 360.
Oh, you're
baby.
lying too.
That is a tight drone, I tell you. Lit.
Well, my new AMS arrived this morning. It's still in the box.
What is that? Is that a 3D part?
That's
Yeah.
the
No, that's
holds the filament.
yeah, the
Gotcha.
color thing. What
Gonna
happened to
add
the old
four
one?
more colors.
The old one, well,
Yeah,
which was a new one. The
Yeah.
internal buffer's got so much stuck inside it, so I've got to take it apart.
Oh, what are we going to do with you?
But I'm just going to have 2 AMSs then.
Yeah. Two and you block another one.
Yeah. So that'll get 8 colours.
So you're going to have to be very careful with the drier filament. So, in other words, if the filament's dry and can be snapped in your fingers easily, don't put it through your AMS because that's normally the biggest cause. Because what actually happens is when you go ahead and it feeds back and forth, etc. It breaks the filament and then subsequently gets a little bit of a jam up, and then it's a pain in the neck to actually clear.
It actually gets brittle when it's wet, not dry.
Yeah, but it's
The AMS2 Pros have got dryers in them, so
yeah, but over and above the dryers, you do definitely need to look at making sure the filament doesn't get wet in the take up too much moisture in the first place, because if you once you take up that moisture, once you actually get rid of it afterwards, you end up with fairly well a dry filament which can easily snap. But then it's all down to it got wet in it got damp by absorbing the moisture from the air in the first place, and then in removing the water from the filament, it actually had a chemical reaction and subsequently became brittle.
just a minute, I've got a phone call. Oh, it stopped. It's all right.
So what you up to today, Justin, besides school?
Not really. Another Monday.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Today's Monday. Feels like a freaking Monday.
It does actually make you wonder. All those years that Justin went to school, and now he's gone back to school.
Yeah.
So they couldn't have taught him that well in the first place.
Yeah, as much as I hated school, and now I do all the pictures at schools. So it's like same thing.
Yeah.
Glutton for punishment.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I get called on the jury for about a week.
Mhm.
The first week in June.
That way you don't have to go back, huh?
And then I have to go back and hand yearbooks out, and I'll only have about 6 days after that if I go until the 5th of June on jury duty.
I can't believe you got jury duty back to back like that.
I can't either. That's criminal.
You ought to
I
call
think
them. You see, you ought to call them and say, "I just had jury duty," and they'll say, "Okay, you can be forgiven." No, I want it again.
This time, pick me, bitch.
Yeah, tell the judge that.
Yeah.
Sure. You won't be back for about a week.
I won't be back at school ever.
No, you'll be back, but you get a couple of days to think about it.
Depending on how many contempts of court he gives him.
No, I'd say, if I was a judge, I'd say, excuse me. What'd you say? 5 letters, 5 days contempt. You know? And you say, what? 4 more days. Don't ask me again. 9 days, bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my car off and head into the school. Joe, send me the link, please.
I already did that about 20 minutes ago.
I'll be back.
Unmute him because he's gonna put us in his pocket.
Yeah, he's gonna put him in his pocket. Yeah, here we go. I'm just glad they don't have a hole in that pocket.
One of the funniest court cases ever was the one the show Rick and Morty did a whole segment on, and they read the court document out of the court, like from the court case.
Mm-hmm.
They read it out exactly word for word and did a whole skit. It was funny as shit.
Well, I ate so much yesterday over at Johnny. I'm mad at myself. They had smoked sausage, jalapenos, and cheese in it. That was good. I should have just stayed on that. Then they had pork bellies. They fried up like bacon with brown sugar and butter, and it was like candy. I ate too much of that. And then they had 3 different types of chicken wings. I only ate 1 of each of those. And they had what was it? Baked beans with bacon in it. And then they had some macaroni and cheese. They had 1 little spoon of each of that. And I was sitting there next to Joe, and I said, that 1 little piece, I put 3 more pieces of that sausage on there. Little julienne pieces. And I said, this is the 1 piece too many, I could tell. And Joe said, don't do it. Don't do it. And I said, no, I got to do it. So I ate it. And I said, yeah, that was too much. And when we were leaving, I ate 2 more pieces of it. So that didn't help. But Joe went back and got 2 more pieces of it too. So, and I brought that little 3D printed bearded dragon. And when Johnny wasn't paying attention, I stuck it in his refrigerator next to his drinks. And he wouldn't go to the refrigerator. He wasn't going because he had all his stuff out. And I didn't think about it. I got a drink. I should have just waited because he asked me, "Did you want a drink or something?" He would have went and got it, right? So I said, "No, I got one." So a little while later, finally, he's standing there and I said, "Johnny, grab me a water." So he opens the thing, reaches up, grabs the water, and hands it back to me. Didn't even see it. I said, "You missed that?" He said, "What?" He opens it up, he started laughing. But I said, damn, I said, I was hoping that you were going to open that thing up and jump or something. You know, I got it on video, but he didn't even see it.
Didn't even flinch, huh?
No, it didn't. See, what I should have done is
You
should have
go.
found like a case or something that he's gonna fly a drone with. If I knew he was gonna fly with the Air 3S, the Air 3S, I could have stuck it in his case.
Still there, but
Mm.
it needs. Okay, I have to put this one on today.
Joe Fodolio took a 5-inch, took that
Uh-huh.
thing out there and flew that thing around in that open yard next to him.
Ape shit with the doctors.
I'm telling you, I don't know. I can't fly like that. I won't even try to. I guess you can after a lot of experience, but this guy be doing inverted power loops,
Come off
and it's down about a foot off the ground before he comes back up. He just lets
And
you
he-
drop,
well, last
shoot,
time
and it goes back up.
today that I am coming off.
That's crazy. When you can fly these things.
I sound.
He even had a
jumping off. I'll catch y'all later.
later. He even had a
Okay.
pickup truck running down the street.
Oh.
He got up behind his pickup truck
Give me this
about 6 inches off the ground.
Your
And the pickup truck going about 30 miles an hour, and he was sitting right behind him the whole street.
best. I said, so they know now.
So did you glue that gimbal back on there, Paul?
No.
The only thing on them.
I figured by now you would have.
Well, I thought about it, but no. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. You know, money's so really tight right now that you know I'm getting my Social Security
things
first of next week, but you know I got other bills and stuff. I'm upside down in my checking account. I gotta take away $600 out of what I get just to cover what I've lost. So maybe I'm just not going to be able to get another drone. I don't know.
I thought you had already figured you were going to do it anyway. That's what I figured.
I thought about it. But the more I'm away from it, the more easy it is not to do it, even though I sit around here trying to figure out what I can do, you know?
Well, yesterday you flew it with the gimbal on, so.
He's not getting another drone.
Yeah, I saw you flying it, and I saw it last night where you were flying in the backyard. I really thought by now you'd have had that sucker glued back together, see if it worked.
Well, the thing of it is, Joe, is I don't know how to get to it.
I'll stop tonight.
Is it a clean break off the thing, or it's inside?
It's the thing that is like this. Camera's over here, so it's inside that shield, you know.
So in other words, the brake is on the inside, underneath the
Yes.
shield.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the brake was on the outside.
Now, just the way it's designed is you can't get it.
Well, I figured by now you'd have tried to figure out a way.
I think it's definitely beyond him. Because to be
I'm not
honest with
putting
you,
it past him. He got a duct tape or something.
if he does try taking it apart, he'll damage the cables that are on there because they're only very flimsy.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe the arm was just there, you know, because I was thinking you can buy that glue that you put on there and then you use the ultraviolet light and that bitch will never come apart.
They have a glue like that?
Yeah. But you wouldn't know how to use it, so don't worry about it. Here we go. I'm starting something.
Plus, you get a lot of cheap copies that don't actually work.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you where it's broken at. See, that goes up underneath like that.
Yeah. When you turn it upside down, you can't see where it connects. That's not
Oh
showing
yeah,
anything.
I can see it, but I can't get to it, you know?
Well, if you can see it, why can't you get to it?
not a very big gap.
because here's I'm trying to get to it, but see my fingers plus the camera's in the way.
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to do that.
It's not worth trying. You'll do more damage trying to do it than you will.
You get glue somewhere where you're not supposed to get glue, and then it won't work. Yeah, if it was a clean break right in the middle somewhere, I would try it maybe, but because it didn't look like the gimbal yesterday was. It looked like the camera was okay, and the glitching, I don't think had anything to do with the I think it had something to do with maybe the wires getting moved around. Yeah, it was too blurry, Paul. You can't see. It's all crooked too. Yeah, and that's a hollow part, isn't it?
It's actually kind of like a half U.
But is it a hollow part that's broke off?
No.
Is that a solid piece? Where the brakes at, Paul?
Right here.
Okay, but where the brakes at, is that solid or is that hollow? Does it have a solid surface?
Yeah, it's just it's like if you went with a U with your fingers, that's what you've got to deal with.
But like I said, it's
Here
not
to
a big
here.
surface, it's just a U as a surface.
Yep.
Yeah, you ain't fixing it. If it was a whole piece,
Whole
that
solid.
might
No,
make a
it's
difference. If it's just like a little U piece and only like a 1/4 inch, it ain't gonna be enough.
And see, I can't see how to take it apart. Because all the little screws in the bottom of it are just little mini screws, you know? I don't have anything to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even attempt it. Reason being, our Chinese friends are very good at tightly packing bits and pieces in there, and it takes a trained person to be able to put it back again once it's actually opened. Yeah, if you've ever looked at one of the videos where it shows someone actually going ahead and taking one apart, but it's not for the faint-hearted. There's lots and lots of teeny-weeny little screws, and then there's cables that are just the right length that run around the place, and it's very hard to move to literally move the printed circuit boards around and etc. to get to even
Well,
look
that's
at
if
the
he
other
takes it
side.
apart, but that's if he takes it apart. But if it was just a clean break, like I said, if it was me and it was just a clean break and I could get to everything and it was a big enough surface, I'd get something to try it. Because there is a like I said, you can get that ultraviolet glue, the UV glue.
Yeah.
And because I've used that before on something and it worked. But you gotta have room to do it. You gotta have a surface, good surface. A little 1/4 inch surface or 1/8 inch surface ain't enough. It probably is enough if it was just 2 pieces right there. That way you could put it on both sides, get it together, and UV it. It would probably work. But
Well,
if
the
you
other thing is
if
I
you're a
don't,
centimeter off, you screwed up.
and I can't get the camera off the thing, you know.
Don't take the camera off the thing. That's what you're gonna break if you do.
Yeah, you
That's
can't.
what I'm saying.
You can't get to it. At least
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, and if
But
you
the-
another thing is if you take something loose like that and try to send it back to DJI in a week or two, if they decide they could take it back, they may not want to fool with it then.
Give Cleo her
Yeah.
pill.
What I would do is, if you've actually got a DJI approved repairer in
Not yet.
town, or
We've been
anywhere nearby,
they haven't
get
got
it
the
to
parts.
get it to them and get them to do a quote on it for you. It might be a case that they look at it and say, yes, it would cost X, Y, Z, and you might find that surprisingly enough, it's a relatively cheap fix.
Yeah, it is
But
relatively cheap.
it does actually take somebody who's actually been trained by DJI on how to fix these things to actually fix them.
Yeah, I had a
'Cause
gimbal
I
of the
know,
same drone fixed, and when you go on there and you tell them what's wrong with it, they give you an estimate of what the stuff costs, and they said for a gimbal, $100 to $150.
yeah,
But they've
That's
also told him that they haven't got parts for it
yeah,
and probably won't have them
that's the
with
other thing.
the next 3 months.
It's at 60 to 90 days
that's
before they'll have the stuff.
yeah, because that's ever since this DJI crap started over there, you guys have been finding it hard to get parts. Where here, that kind we've got what's known as the D1 store in Melbourne, which is a DJI approved repairer, and they can have stuff turned around literally in no time flat. And they're not having any problems getting parts. I think it's because when all this crap started about DJI, a lot of your service centers and things like that closed down. So therefore, the parts trade into your country literally dried up, as to put it. And they've unfortunately gone backwards. But you guys have got to work out how to get DJI back off the unbanned list so that you can actually get the new products that are coming. Because there's a lot of things on the fairly well on the list. Coming to a DJI dealer near you soon. And some of it you may have to sneak in over the border. No, we all know Paul's good at driving over to Canada and actually picking things like that up.
Yeah.
No, right, Paul. You're
Is DJI
you're the local smuggler of drones.
Yeah, I have been. That's a
Does
good
DJI
idea, though.
even sell
Maybe I should
AR2X
check.
anymore?
Maybe I should check and see if they repair them over in Sarnia.
Yeah. Look, DJI's got a lot of approved repairers around the planet. When you go ahead and send your drone back to DJI, you're not necessarily sending it back to China. They've got addresses set up in near enough to all countries to where it goes to one of their approved repairers, and then they figure they do the quote for you on behalf of DJI. So yes, if but surely Canada's got some still got people because they haven't had an interruption to their purchasability of drones over there.
Yeah, he's already spoken to the service centre in Texas. They're the one who told him they won't have any parts for it for perhaps 3 months.
Yeah, I'll check with your friends across the other side of the water, that bridge in Canada, and see what they can do for him.
Here comes Johnny.
Johnny Drumbar.
I'm working this morning.
I was working this morning too.
Oh man.
Or rather, my bidet was working.
Oh Lord. I know. I
I'm
need
still working.
Lance.
Hey, Johnny.
What's up,
You're
Lance?
missing out.
Huh?
You're missing out. You need to get a Nevada 360.
Nah.
Oh, come on, Lance.
Flew to Air 3S yesterday evening.
Everyone knows that those good countries that have been on that are still buying DJI products and approving them, etc. Kind of all of those will be getting the new Mavic 5, which will have 360.
Donald, what's up? Logan.
Dono.
Trevor, oh, you're here. Corey, was Brenda here earlier? I didn't even notice.
What happened?
Yeah, I was over with Johnny and Joe yesterday, and they were flying the Air 3 and the Air 3S. And when I went to fly the Avata 360, he says it's a no-fly zone for a 360 by him. He wouldn't let me. He said, you can't fly that piece of shit.
What are we looking at?
That's Lance's family at the beach house. At the beach house.
I don't see no beach.
That's a little tiny Planet 360.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
This is my wife. This is her sister. This lady and this lady right here. Those are the only four in this picture that were here at this cabin when the mountain blew 46 years ago.
Oh wow.
And so every year we have a party, Mount St. Helens party, and it's grown. This is a small crowd this year. But a lot of these people have been in this group for over 40 years. And
I got $1 million question here, Paul. Lance. Got $1 million question. And I bet you I have the answer.
Well, don't ask the question.
Where's your daughter?
My daughter's at home.
I thought she was with the new boyfriend.
I think she went over there Saturday night. This was Saturday. Yeah, this was Saturday night.
Yeah, that's what I said. She's probably with the new boyfriend.
How far is that from your house, Lance?
About an hour and a half with no traffic. 2 hours if I get traffic.
Go back. You got a fox in there? That's a fox?
Yeah, that's a fox.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You got a little dog. The dog was looking the other way. He didn't want to smile.
Looked like a good photographer would have had the dog looking.
Her husband just died 2 years ago, and this is kind of a new fling right now. These two are married. Her husband's not here. He owns a soccer program in Seattle, a big soccer program. He's married to her. She's married to this guy. Her husband's not here. He's in Utah hiking. Oops. And then this gal is their daughter. And she's kind of a special needs, but really high end. Really high end.
Listen to what Joe told me yesterday. He goes to help this woman with photography. And I said, Joe, how was it? He said, she's 60 years old. I said, well, shit, you freaking 73 years old. Like he said it like she's old.
That woman's 60 years old. He said, well, you're 70.
God damn, I bet that woman said, I'm glad to get away from this old son bitch.
Funny.
Oh, by the way, Lance, did you get the memo?
Did I have to work longer?
Yeah, your retirement's been cancelled. The government has decided that you haven't worked hard enough yet, so therefore they're adding another 5 more years.
Ouch. You know, seriously though, Trevor, I don't know if I told you guys, they're canceling my program. I think I may have told some.
Yeah, that's sad.
So
So
as soon as
why
I
don't you just
retire,
stay
they're gonna
another year?
fold this. They're gonna completely fold. I don't know what they're gonna do because I've got my green room, I've got my computers. They wanted to know when my last broadcast was, so I told them that 16th of June, so they wouldn't come because they want to come strip the back room of
They
all the
probably said, "Well, I'm glad this teacher retiring."
Well, they had to displace one CTE teacher, and I'm glad they did me and not a live human being, right? And then just replace me. I'm glad that they were able to figure that out and say we're not going to touch all those of you that have a real job now, and we'll just fold Lance's program. So that I'm thankful for. I'm not thankful that they're losing this program, but
yeah,
we're not losing it. We're not. A real human being isn't being displaced, which is, I think, honorable.
Oh man, Joe left about 7 this morning. Joe.
Yeah, I figured
I
figured y'all go on live before he left.
Nah, we were just drinking a little coffee outside on a porch, and he had to go through Baton Rouge traffic. So
yeah, I might have to go to a meet tomorrow.
Amy,
yeah, I might have to.
Who was over? I missed, Johnny. Was it Joe?
Joe, yeah, he was at my house. He spent the night.
Joe
Fodolio Leone. Yeah,
and Joe.
I got somebody walking in. I'll see y'all in a little bit.
Okay.
One of the customers is walking in from the cemetery.
At least they can walk in right now.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, that's how they walk in.
Dressed like a mummy?
Yeah, I might have to go up to a meet. It's a little bit north of him tomorrow. I went through about 2 weeks ago, and I've been picking up all the old shit I got in this house that I don't need that's worth money to sell. And I've got a set of Wolfgang Puck steel, beautiful steel pots and pans. I mean, pots that have never been opened. It's been opened, but never been used. And I got a crazy price on it, and somebody might want it. So I might be selling it tomorrow. She's a chef.
Right.
Yeah, she's a chef up in New York City, but she lives in a meat, and her daughter's there. So she said, maybe I get you my daughter. I said, I don't want to ship it to New York. She says, no, I want it at the house. She said, my daughter could get it from you. So I might take that ride to get that $400.
I'm sorry, but there's a new tax on those after sales.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's if they know about it.
Oh,
I got it. Then my son in North Carolina texted me yesterday. He wants me to go in the room. He's got all his stuff here, his pots and pans and everything, because he said that when he gets settled, he was going to come back, get everything, and go back up. Right now, he wants me to ship him his air fryer, his pots and pans. I said, "Bitch, you know how much it's going to cost?" That means I got to pack them. I've got a box that I can pack them in. It's the bamboo P1S box in there. That is thick enough that if I pack it right, it would work. The best way to do it would be go to UPS with the box and tell them throw that foam all through it, Let them throw the little chopped pieces of foam all through it so it don't go anywhere. But that box is going to cost him $50, $60 to ship. He might do better just buy a cheap set of pots.
Yeah, but like if you're air fryer, well, you can pick those up cheap these days.
Yeah. Believe me, I'd rather ship it up there and get the shit away. And if he'd have said this thing a month ago, my daughter-in-law went up there, could have went in the car with her.
Yeah.
It's like no planning.
Oh well.
I'm gonna put it off today, and I'm gonna say, wouldn't it be cheaper for you just to buy a little cheap set? You only need a couple of pots, a couple of things to cook in, a pot to do your ground beef, something to make your rice in, you know? Because he
and
does ground beef, chicken, and rice a lot of times for his because he works out a lot.
what you're telling to do is to go ahead and get the basic items that he needs now, and next time somebody's going back that way, you'll throw the items on that he wants out of his stuff at your place in, and that they can drop them off then. Because it costs a lot for freight these days.
Oh no, I'm not paying for it. He's gonna pay for it if I ship it. And the cheapest way would probably be UPS. Have UPS take it and do it on the ground, just ground. And I'm thinking it costs them at least $50.
Morphine is not due.
You know, I'm thinking it's going to be at least $50.
Okay, so you've just been twat.
And I have no way to weigh it here because I don't have a scale that big enough to grab a box that big. I could give it a shot. I could be close, but I don't want to carry a 50-pound box down the stairs, get it to UPS, them say $180 worth of shipping, and him say, well, never mind, and I got to bring that bitch back upstairs.
Yeah, well, that could be what you're going to find.
Oh no.
Because
I'm gonna tell them, go to Walmart, get you a skillet, get you a pot that you can do rice in, and get you a $30 air fryer. I said, when you finish with that, when you're time to come get this stuff, throw that shit away.
Yeah.
And it's only him, you know, go to the dollar store and buy you about 5 plates or 6 plates or 4 plates. That's all you need is 4. Get 4 of each. So you spend about $10 there for all your stuff. So if you decide to have some girl come over and you're going to cook for her, at least you got a dollar store plate.
Yeah.
They got some nice looking stuff over
there. Freight these days, and I know I got some stuff freighted over here, and I thought I'd learnt my lesson. Guy spoke to a good friend of mine who's with Qantas, who said, yes, no problem. You get it to the airport, and I'll bring it over. I'll bring it back free of charge in the cargo hold when we'll do the flight. It was getting it to the airport from 2 cities away, mind you. That actually costed me the bundle. I was blown away by the cost of just moving it, and I'm not talking from one side of America to the other. I'm talking probably a couple of states away from where it had to be. It's a bit of a pain in the neck. I did end up making a bit of a saving, but I didn't make as much of a saving as I thought I would.
Yeah, it gets expensive quick. What'd you find out, Paul? Anything?
No, I didn't find anything out.
I'm surprised they don't have
I called over to Canada. They don't do drone repair over there. They said call the manufacturer.
Well, you ought to ask DJI if they do any kind of repairs in Canada. So tell them you're right there. I didn't think about that.
I told them that. I was actually talking to somebody that handles Best Buy for all of Canada.
That's not who I said. If you call DJI, they may have a repair shop in Canada. It may be different in the United States. They may have the parts in Canada.
Highly likely have the parts in Canada, because the only place that's having parts shortages.
That's what I'm thinking.
America.
They may have a repair shop in Canada, and they may be able to do it that way. Tell them you're in the United States. The problem is that they're going to be able to get it back to you, which I think they will. because they're not using batteries or anything.
Yeah.
Because I've
Yeah,
got stuff
I
from
mean, 'cause
Canada.
well, put it this way, who was it? Ready Set Drone, their 360 degree camera drone that they were doing the trial with. They didn't pick up the lens kit, but
Yeah.
they had a heavy landing and scratched the lens on the camera, and yeah, they ended up getting that sent over from Canada because they had Canada had parts.
Yeah. How do you
America didn't
have a
have.
heavy landing on that thing? Because if it's not going to come, it's going to turn first.
I know.
I bring it down next to me, and a lot of times lately with this one, I just put my hand out there and let a hand catch it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that if they've flown one drone, they've flown them all.
Yeah.
And every drone is slightly different.
It's got its own handle. Look, it's got its own handle. You could just reach up there and grab it like that.
Yeah.
Bring it down, grab it like that, and then it's done.
Exactly. That's the best drone in the world. And once you know how to fly that drone, you can fly anything.
Well, we need to get one of those for Paul.
How much is DJI paying you for the adverts?
Yeah. He
Just under $1 million. Just under $1 million.
Yeah.
Okay, shooting motion today. Actually, we're not shooting. My kids are learning about motion today. Got my lesson plan ready to go. I was absent on Friday. Looks like my sub doesn't leave me what happened, but that's okay. He and I are pretty good buddies. I know he follows my plan. So,
are you sure?
Frank is Jody's saying he has somebody that could fix drones in Michigan. It's called Drone Shots Drone Repair.
Yeah, well, that's Jody.
Yeah, I know.
Jody's Drone Shots.
If he had the parts, he could probably fix it.
It's one thing I have actually noted since all this you had all the import problems and all that crap going on for months and months on end. Then you had a supply issue, and we didn't have a supply issue. We're able to pull the stuff straight from DJI. So obviously, DJI were having stuff stuck in customs and were just being a little bit careful until they knew what was happening, because there's a lot of money to have tied up sitting in customs, well, with them trying to work out what they're going to do with it, or whether they're going to let it in, or what they're going to do.
yeah, Frank, I'm sure I could not fly that. Of course, I'm blowing smoke when I say that. The Avata 360. But you be the man. I'm sure you can fly it very well.
It's one of those things.
There's a new word for TJ. I was being facetious when I said that.
See, on the DJI online, you can say it says United States, then it says Canada or United States. You put Canada in there.
Is there a LUT for the 360 in Canada?
Who?
They don't release them in the US anymore.
No.
You
don't know. You don't
Joe,
know.
I called and tried to call DJI, and I got put on hold, put on hold. Says, we're really busy right now, call back, and they hung up on me.
And you're impatient, so you won't call them again. So
Well, I don't know whether they do have them in Canada or not, because they class Canada as part of the North American region, don't they?
What's that? The LUT?
Yes. No.
No, the lot, I don't know about that. The lots are usually
Yeah, no.
made by other influencers rather than by DJI.
trying to see something.
Yep, they have a LUT for the 360 Canada.
They do?
Yep. So if you were to Google, what did I Google? I Googled DJI LUTs downloads, and then I changed my place from US to Canada. And then it's at the very bottom of the LUTs. It is it is the second to the last LUT. The last LUT is Lido X1. But I don't know. I don't know. Does Filmora take LUTs? Joe?
I don't know.
I think most of the editing software can take a look.
Yeah, Frank, I'm giving, like I said, I was facetious. I'm giving gigs a new word to learn.
I mean, you can make your own look.
Yeah.
Just
yes, you can.
Do all your settings and everything, how you make it look right and everything, and then just save the setting as a look.
I'm getting
Oh, I need to finish that. Need to finish my assignment. Need to put it on in all classes. Enable advanced settings on. So I'm a heavy hitter, Joe, with my grade book
Right.
in the district, because I put a lot of videos and images on my grade book. So they always use me as an example of, yeah, it works. Look at Cadenas, I don't know what the other photography teachers do. I don't know how they've got to, yeah, I don't know. It's like, this is the easiest way to do it. And they don't have a clue on what they're doing. It's like, what do you guys, how do you get your information to your kids then?
Yep. Look, Donald.
Oh, taking a day off from work.
Hey, I've done that once or twice this year.
I'm not feeling 100%. I'm feeling about 65%. I could have made a passing grade, but nothing I would have been proud of today. So
That's okay. You look like it too. So yeah,
thank you.
you betcha.
Just practice on your part. We expect you to be fit and healthy every day of the week.
And making a good 3D LUT is not just changing your settings and saving that as like a preset. A 3D LUT, they can get kind of complex to make because you're basically mapping two different color spaces and transforming them one to the other. But it does raise the reason why I don't like the overuse of LUTs. People think that they are a fix-all and they are to make one camera baseline, make another camera match another camera's baseline. It's not to provide a look. A look is something that you should be doing basically after you've done that basic correction.
Yeah.
But a lot of people will download these LUTs and think that they're going to. A lot of these influencers will sell their LUT and people will buy it thinking that's going to fix their footage. No, learn how to edit. Doing color correction should be the last thing you learn how to do to footage. It should be the last thing you think about doing pretty much to footage. Or one of the last things anyway.
Found it. I have found it. I have found it. Gotta
Oh,
print
no,
this and
he's
send it to
found it.
Paul. Gotta send it to Paul. It's a
And what I do, Don,
it's a
what I
squirrel
do, Don,
feeder.
that's a great starting point. You know, that
Okay.
LUT, and then I tweak it from there.
Mm-hmm.
I very rarely, most LUTs are too strong for me. They're too
right, and that's what they're doing. They're the LUT. Yeah, when you're downloading a LUT, a lot of these LUTs that they're selling are just they're coloring effects all in one kind of instead of doing what they're supposed. A LUT is designed to change one color space to another color space. That's it. And if you're doing that, okay, that's fine. That matches cameras. If you're using a LUT to apply to change the look of your footage to something else, it's like, well, the person that made that LUT doesn't know the conditions you were shooting under. How can they do a color correction on it? They can't.
I'm gonna send you one of those, Paul. It hangs
Yeah,
on a wire, and you put the peanuts in here, and they get their head up, and then you can take a picture.
I've seen those. Those are cute.
Oscar's gonna take it and take off down the street, be running around like that.
Save that for your grandchildren.
You need it.
What do you got there, Lance?
That's
This
the case
is the
he's showing off.
Bravada 360 case that Joe really, really wants. 'Cause he's got a soft case piece of crap.
Oh,
Okay. I'd like to get a little hard case for my Air 3S, but
Yeah, I do have a hard case for the 3S. I don't use it. I like hard cases and I like bags. Just depends on what you're doing.
I did get the Air 3S up the other day and at the car show and
Ooh,
shot some
old cars, new cars.
Oh yeah. I'm
It's like you're
putting
looking for
together
it. All right.
a quick
I'll be right
montage.
Don't join you.
Hey, Jody, give me a call, will you?
You guys don't need sound. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
We had pretty good turnout.
Oh, I like that.
Your son
I
was
like
in
that
there, right?
aqua one.
Didn't your son have one there? Or it might have been somewhere else.
Do what?
Your son wasn't in that one, right?
No, he wasn't in this one. He is doing a parade up in Tulsa.
Yeah.
It should be around here somewhere.
Looked like Meter. Meter was there.
Yeah. If you look in the center, of the screen, there's that little yellow dune buggy. That's mine.
Yep.
Oh yeah, look at that. It ran. You got it there, huh? It
Well,
runs.
yeah. Oh, I've been driving
Okay.
it.
Okay.
There were two
Very good.
hearses.
Really? Johnny
Yeah.
would love that.
Yeah, look at that.
When I was a kid, my parents were convinced I was going to own a hearse when I was like 17 to 19. I was obsessed with hearses and I wanted to own one.
Survey shows over 80%.
Well, the good news about a hearse, you can set it up the way you can sleep in it.
Mm-hmm. But all kinds of. It was overcast to begin with. There's a nice little bus here.
Mhm.
Now, the guy who bought it is Chris. He's a lodge member. And if you look on the door, you see that little dark shape that looks like a moon with a star hanging from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got those all over because there were stickers on that bus
Oh.
all over it. And when he bought it, he peeled them off. And he found out later that this was a bus. It was the people who owned it were deadheads, and they had gone to all these Grateful Dead concerts and bought stickers and stuck all over the
Wow.
bus, and it was part of the story. And
I
he
love
peeled them. He just peeled them off, and it's like now he regrets it because he's got shadows of them still there. But if he had left them on there, I mean, it's part of the story of the bus.
Yeah, yeah, I'd have kept that. That'd have been cool.
But yeah. For some reason, the GoPro was recording sideways on that section. And everybody's got these little ammo can pets chained to their vehicles too. I don't understand that. That's a new thing, I guess. I need to, I guess, maybe get an ammo can pet. But we had hot dogs and stuff and went out and drove the kids around in the train. And they raised like, they said $100. $100 the guy would ride in the train, and they ended up raising like $200 for this guy to sit in one of the cars. And that Volkswagen pulled in, and I was jealous. I wanted to swap out engines. It pulled in, and it sounded like a Volkswagen should sound. But anyway, I edited a little montage together for them last night.
You're breaking up there, Don, or my speaker's dying.
Uh-oh.
Speaker die?
I don't know.
I think the speaker's down.
I can hear you now. No, I guess
Yeah.
no one was talking.
Water.
You're breaking up there, Don. Is anyone else? Is Don breaking up to anyone else?
No.
I'm not talking.
What
I
you're
wasn't
hearing is
talking.
Mark talking to somebody. Well, somebody's talking in the background.
Donald is breaking up.
What? Can't you hear us? No?
Joe, am I breaking up, Joe? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Joe sounds great.
I look great too.
No, am I seriously breaking up?
No.
If you was,
Donald is
He's not
breaking
breaking
up.
up.
Why does Lance keep saying I'm breaking up?
winding you up. Probably because
Can he hear us? Can you hear us, Lance?
You all are breaking up.
That's your speaker. It's your speaker.
If everybody's breaking up, then it's probably you.
Yeah, I don't think. The LeMay Car Museum. I flew this morning, Don. Reminded me of your car show.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm getting an echo, and that's irritating. I don't know where it's coming from. Every once in a while, I'll feed back through somebody's speaker. I don't know who.
There, now I hear you.
Oh, she battery. It's slow.
Yeah, I've been to a couple car museums, and they're kind of neat for the first couple minutes. I'm not really a car guy though, so.
Hey,
They're the
somebody
guy.
say something because I don't hear anyone.
I'm talking now. How about this? Can you hear me? Talking, test, test, test. Lance Cadena, calling Lance Cadena. Ground control to Major Tom. Can you hear me? Major Tom. I'm going to put my earbud in and listen to the channel over here on the iPad to see exactly what it sounds like.
So, Joe, did you fly with Joe yesterday?
No, I didn't. I just sat there and watched.
Yeah, you were pretty comfortable sitting in that chair.
Right.
Joe, did you fly with Joe yesterday?
No. Can you hear me?
Now I don't hear anybody.
It's Lance. I just listened back on YouTube, and it has to be Lance.
Sure. You did or you did not fly with him?
I did not. I did not.
Don't do that to me.
I did not.
Hey, Lance.
You guys, you're clowning with me now.
Nice.
No, you got no audio at all.
You have no audio.
Oh, I heard something.
You have no audio.
It's my speaker.
Throw it away. Throw it in the long grass. Yeah, another option for you, Paul. You can get that gimbal cover and break the front part off so that it's clear, and that you could just let the camera see through it.
Yeah, I thought about that. I got extra gimbal covers because all the drones I lost, I still have the gimbal covers.
You know why that won't work, right?
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because you'll get out there and that wind will get caught up in there and it'll take that thing off. Then you'll be in a lake, be out in the water, in the blue water.
Well, you're still going to get shaky footage because the gimbal's going to be trying to correct and stuff, and it's going to be fighting with that gimbal cover.
I had that now, even with the gimbal cover on it, it flew, but it wasn't as stable as normal. And because I think the
gimbal's trying to adjust.
Yeah.
The motors are still working. And so the motors are still going to be trying to twitch and move it in there.
Yeah, he was flying in the backyard with the gimbal cover on. Yeah. It's like a drone crackhead.
We're getting an echo from you, Lance.
Well, at least we're getting sound. But is he getting sound?
No, he's not getting any sound. He can't hear.
He has to. Well, aren't we getting the echo from him?
Yeah, so he should be getting something.
We might not be getting the echo from him.
It isn't really an echo. It's
feedback from us. It's feeding back from us.
Yeah, time for him to retire if he's got a bad speaker.
But
I'm
Ian,
just
that-
thinking
shut it
for
down and
someone who
start up again.
for someone who teaches a multimedia class.
Well, I'm telling you.
Sip, 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 sip.
My piece of crap speaker, guys. It is.
Tip, tip,
Well,
tip,
we need to all make a sign and so hold it up.
Well, it is quiet. So I'm gonna go back and
You know, it was my RC.
continue editing.
You know what it was?
What is it, Lance?
It was my RC interfering with my speaker.
Oh.
I turned it off and now I hear you guys fine. And
That
as
was
soon as I
weird.
turned it on, that's when you started to break up, Don.
That's weird.
Yeah.
As I say, I went and listened to it on my iPad, put the earbuds in just to make sure, and yeah, everything was going through clear except you weren't hearing it.
Yeah. That's weird.
I
that
made
the
something for you, Lance.
RC takes over. Uh-oh. Landfill?
No, I made that for you. So next time
Yeah.
I'll just stick that up there. You can wait and read it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna save it.
So Mark, I finished in last place at my pool. Not that it matters. Either you finish first or you don't win anything. But all my players sucked. I had Scheffler was my highest, and he was what, -1? No, I think he was -2. Yeah, that terrible.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord. Paul's going to break a gimbal cover.
Second round.
So the same guy that won the Masters won the PGA. So he's won. Let's see, we have 5 guys, 2, 4, 6, 8. So you win $80 each time. So he's won 160 so far. We're all out 40, the rest of us.
Uh-huh.
So if you win once, you break even for the season because there's only 4 tournaments. So I need to win one of the next 2.
It's not going to be any judge who wins at Shinnecock.
Yes, you just got to be optimistic. You got to win the next 2, so you're in front.
There you go. Yeah, that's Father's Day weekend, isn't it? Yeah, Shinnecock.
Yeah, Shinnecock, and then July it's Royal Birkdale
Royal Brookdale.
at
What
Liverpool.
part of
It's on the northwest coast.
Okay.
It's sort of between Liverpool and Southport.
Okay. Weather, is it usually worse up there?
In July it shouldn't be too bad. You might get a bit of wind, but the weather should be reasonable.
My son ought to be home or on his way home next week. I think he's got a week left. Well, he's gonna be glad to be home.
Oh, you mean Nick?
Yeah.
How long does he get at home before he has to go out again?
That's the question.
Hmm.
That's the question. Because they're talking about September sending him to a school in Arizona. And he's having a fit about it. It's a school to train him to do everything he's doing now. Formally train him, but everything he's doing now, right? On the deployment. And he's going to tell him straight out, I will go in the spring, but I'm not going in September. So you need to move it. I'm not coming back off a 9-month deployment and 4 months later do that.
He's
Now,
not
the thing
telling
is,
he's not telling the military crap.
well, he's determined to tell the guy this. He said, I'm gonna tell him that and then tell him to just I'll resign. He said he's not doing it. I said, don't burn the bridge. Because he says the biggest key is that his birthday is in that month, and his wife bought him some concert tickets. They cost like $300 for that month, and he's gonna be in Arizona then. So that's what he's pissed off about. Now he could take her to Arizona with him. That's no problem at all, because he's going to be in a hotel, and she could come stay at the hotel. And then when he gets off in the daytime, they just have their time together. And that's what he usually does when he goes to a school. He brings her there. You know, so it's like, and it's a 2-month school. He could probably get it pushed back till spring. They could probably do that. It's not like he doesn't know the job, you know. He said it's just the major he's dealing with that does the planning. It's just a total jerk, and he just keeps taking people off deployments and putting them right back on stuff.
So, Lance,
That's
what kind
good.
of cars were at the car show? I'm sorry, I thought you were winding
No.
down, Joe.
We're good. We're good.
What'd you say, Don?
I was wondering what kind of cars were at the car museum that you shot.
So you
Ones
know
with big wheels on them.
they've got a lot of what you have, but they're inside the building, so I could only go up to the front. And they had like a 50
Oh, you didn't.
Chevy.
You didn't go inside.
No, they're closed.
Gotcha.
They wouldn't let me fly a drone in there anyway. Although I am going to apply to be a volunteer there. See if I get it. I don't know a lot. I don't know enough about the cars, but I can point to the restrooms.
That's the problem with me is I go to these car museums and stuff, and it's like I can look at them and appreciate some things. It's like, but these guys are like, yeah, this one is a 53, and you can tell the 53 the difference between the 53 and the 52 is this one has a confabulated whatchamacallit, and it's like I don't know what you're talking about. It's just
So I don't know if they need a knowledgeable volunteer, and I see the volunteers in there. They stand around and talk to each other, and they come up to you every once in a while. And, hey, how are you doing? They don't really talk cars. So we'll see. And it's not that I want to do it a lot, maybe once a month or maybe 3 times a month. We'll see.
there was a museum down in Branson that had a lot of, and I think it's still there, has a lot of classic cars and has a lot of movie cars in it. It's kind of neat to go to.
Sure.
But it's an inside one like that. There was one I went to, I think it was in Murdo, South Dakota.
Yeah.
I think that was the Pioneer Car Museum, and it had multiple buildings, and you go through these buildings, and then some of them were basically glorified barns, and they had cars in every condition imaginable.
So I'm putting a link to the car museum in the chat. You can kind of see the cover page or different.
Oh, that's cool out. That's a cool exterior.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I flew all the way up to the glass.
Nice.
The car doesn't sit there though. You know, that car is always
Right.
It's in.
Right, but still that shape. It looks very.
Yeah.
It
And
looks
then
like
I flew over it. It was kind of, you know, and then I took the drone up over the top and down the middle.
So you think about volunteering as a retirement job?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing is, you know, working there, you know, I don't know how often you have to work because they give you a uniform. They give you a nice little.
What you need to do is move to a state like Missouri where they've got a weed dispensary on every friggin' corner. Those kids love to adopt old people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you go buy for me? Yeah.
Well, no. Here in Missouri, it's recreational. You just need your license, walk in and get it. You don't need it. Doctors.
Don't you have to be 18?
Well, you have to be 18, yeah. You've got to be of age to partake, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about the kids that work in the weed shop love to adopt old people when they come in there and work their little part times.
Gotcha. So you guys are recreational as well?
Yep.
I think most states are now, aren't they? It would be interesting to see how many aren't.
I don't think most states are recreational. I think where it's legal, yeah. I think.
U.S. cannabis map. Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Montana, Minnesota, Missouri, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, New York, Maine, and then a bunch of those.
Wow. There's a lot more than I thought there were.
Yeah.
And those are all for recreational use?
It looks like it. Yeah. Yeah. Legal for recreational use. Yep. And then it says legal for medical use. It's Utah, the Dakotas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Kentucky, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. And then the no-goes are Idaho, Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas, Texas. Whoa. Was that Iowa, Wisconsin, Indiana, Tennessee, Georgia, South and North Carolina are the no-goes. Oh, and Hawaii's legal for medical use only. I can't believe that. Everyone's smoking dope there.
Same in Oklahoma. It's medical use only in Oklahoma, but they get their cards handed out like candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things they found over here was they made it available for medical use only. The amount of prescriptions. There was one doctor that was actually punching out a prescription, and they worked out that he would have to be seeing a patient for no longer than a minute and a half because it would take him half a minute to actually fill out the prescription, and he was putting out so many a day. So yes, it's unfortunate. Unfortunately, it has been a little bit. It's not going to the people that need it for medical use. But the big problem is
so
just about those
50%.
states that have got recreational. Do they have marijuana detection or drug detection for if you're driving a vehicle.
Nope. You'd have to take actual drug test to tell if there was any THC in your system.
Yeah.
And that stays in for a month or thereabouts.
Mm-hmm. So, technically speaking, if you're using it for recreational, you fairly will want to write off ever driving because, if it's in the system for up to a month, you fairly well written off that 1 month by just having one night of fun.
Nope. People still drive.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We've got drug testing over here, and they've gone ahead and brought in the law that once you've actually been done for drug driving, you've actually you get a 6-month suspension, and then at the end of it, you've got to actually prove that you're not using drugs to before they'll give you your license back. So they come down very, very tough because we've unfortunately had a lot of bad accidents, and that's without it being legal for recreational use. So here's a bit of a problem. How is the buggy coming along, Don? The last time we were talking about it was back a couple of months ago when during the drone meet, and you were busy rewiring. Have you completed that, and what new task have you found to do?
Yeah. I don't have a current project in place. It's rewired. It's on the road. I drove it the other day. I took it out at lunch, drove it for an hour, then brought it back and parked it and put the cardboard underneath of it and came inside to work. And then I went back out later and he had not dribbled any oil on the cardboard. Well, with the Volkswagen, if you don't dribble oil, you probably don't have any oil in it. And so I panicked. I was like, oh no, I've run it dry of oil. No, and nope, it had oil. I did have 1 drop of transaxle fluid. So the boots on the transaxle are kind of old and they could use replacing, but I'm not going to worry about it for a little dribble every once in a while. My next project, I think, is going to be adding heat risers to the intake manifold just to keep the gas warm, make it burn a little more efficient, and let me run it in colder weather. Because when it gets a little cool, it'll ice up near that carburetor.
You live up in the cooler states, don't you? The ones where it gets down a little bit lower than normal. Unlike our friends down in Florida and etc.
Oh yeah, I do get seasons.
Yeah.
But yep, it's running.
That's good to hear.
I did put I got one of these label makers, one of the old school label makers that dent the plastic, and I put underneath the dash, pull your head out of your ass, check the oil, check the gas. So that's the last modification for a while.
Hey guys, that's the bell for me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That kid's rolling in.
Go teach those unappreciative kids.
Yep. Have a good one, guys.
Later, Lance.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta run to Sam's and find out why my freaking Sam's card tells me can't verify my membership when I go to the gas pump.
oh.
That's pissing me off. Because that's what I put my gas on that card. So I put money on that card to pay my gas. I went there the day before yesterday and it said, can't verify your membership. I checked it. My membership's good. So I went there yesterday, did the same thing. I went to go get a new card inside, just a regular card, because I don't have the regular card. I lost it.
Yeah.
But I've got the credit card from Sam's. I called them this morning. They said, that's active. We don't know why it's not working. So it might be a bad card.
Is that like a Murphy Oil in front of Sam's?
I
It
don't know.
used to be owned by the Walton family,
Yeah, I don't know who does it. It might still be Murphy now.
but it used to be that if you got a Walmart card and put cash on it, you'd get a discount on gas. So I would always be just loading up a Walmart card just to get that little discount on gas.
Yeah, this is the actual Sam's credit card that is it's active and the credit card is good. But every time you put it in, it says insert your card. I put it in. It says remove your card. Take it out. It says your membership cannot be verified. So it's got to be the chip. It's got to be something to do with the card, which pisses me off because if can you check it in the store? I said I'm gonna go to the store today and check it. If it doesn't read, they're gonna have to send me a new card. So that means I'm gonna have to pay for gas a different way for a couple of weeks. It just pisses me off. Just because, like I said, I put so much money on that a month. Like when I get paid, I put money on it, so that I got my gas money there. I go there because it's the cheapest one around. So I'm about to tell Sam's to hell with y'all and just use Costco. Costco's the same price.
Have you cleaned it with isopropyl alcohol?
I just did that again. I cleaned it all up. I'm gonna try it again.
Well, it sounds like it's reading something.
Yeah, it's reading, but I'm thinking that
But they can't verify the account.
Yeah, I'm thinking they did something at the gas pump where they're not taking this card at the gas pump anymore. That's what I'm thinking. You know, so I took that's what it is. It's Sam's like that, but it's actually got all the numbers on the back. I cleaned this all up. I cleaned the strip up and everything today to see if maybe it's.
Wait, that's a Sam's card?
It's actually Sam's, right? But it's
What
got
do
a chip on
like?
it.
What do those look like when you turn them around?
I'm not showing you the other side.
Check all your email address and see if they sent
The
you.
other side's got all the numbers on it.
Check all your emails, see if they've sent an email out saying.
I checked everything. I called them. I called this place this morning, and they said, "Oh, everything's fine." I said, "Well, not fine when I put it." I'm thinking it's the gas pumps. I'm thinking it's because they may have decided they're not going to use this at the gas pump anymore, and you got to use the other card first.
Yeah. What they might be doing is because the prices are slightly inflated at the moment, they've stopped. They've said they've stopped their pumps from actually giving you the discount, and that will come back later.
No. If I have the green card and put it in there, I could probably verify the account. Then I could use this card to pay for it. That's what I'm thinking because it's reading this card, but it's not reading my account.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But is that only good at that gas station?
Only good at Sam's.
Only good at Sam's, yeah.
Because I could use this. I could use this to purchase Sam's, anything in Sam's at the gas pump.
They may, yeah.
So they've done something.
Maybe the pump has scammer readers.
I'm gonna go into the store and ask them. You know, because either way, I could buy it off other cards. Just don't put the money on this one. You know, it's just.
Yeah, I'm just amazed that you're using such old technologies, magnetic stripe, with even my the fuel card that I book up our fuel on. It's actually got the chip on it now. Chip and pay and PayWave.
It's got a chip.
So.
Well, I don't understand. It's got the strip on the back and it's got a chip on the front.
Yeah, well, they've stopped putting the strip on the back of ours. Um, advantages the fact that that that's normally the place where you get your bad read from.
Yeah.
And of course, the secure chip is exactly that, secure.
Now I do notice that there's a little like the chip has a little like anodization on it. Like it's you know what I'm talking about. It's got a little film on it, like.
Right. If you got it, we call them rubbers. You call them possibly erasers. You
Yeah.
know, the little rubbery thing that use that then rub over the contacts. That will clean them the best way. Don't use any chemicals or whatever because those chips are very delicate. So the rubber to clean up the contacts is the best way to go. Just rub it as if you're rubbing out say your lead pencil or whatever.
Like an eraser or
And
something.
yeah,
If I got a pencil somewhere. No, I got one in here. Keep one. Keep one pencil.
yeah, I've got a couple of those in my kit bag for when we go up to do work on a site, because we've got all these expansion cards in the radio to do different bits and pieces, and sometimes we get up a fault, so we just shut it off, pull out that card, and give it a rub over, and then reseat the card, and it fixes the problem 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, the problem you got is when you go there, it takes so long to get to the pump, so many people in there, then you put it in there and it don't work.
Yeah.
I had a pencil somewhere, I can find it.
So you still have to put that card into a slot in the pump. It don't have tap and pay. Okay.
Yeah, you put it into a slot, then it reads your card, then it asks you, do you want to use this card to pay with? You say yes. Then it says start pumping, you know? Now it won't get to the point where it'll do anything. Just won't read it. Won't read my account. That's why I'm thinking I just have a gut feeling Sam's has got either a problem with the system or it's maybe it's just these cards in that system right now aren't working. You know, that's what I'm thinking, because the card's active.
Yeah.
So I'll go get a green card. See, the reason I don't have a green card is my son has one and my daughter has one. And that's a business account. So that's my two people. And I gave it to my daughter to use and never got it back. So as long as I got this, I was able to use it with no big deal, right? So now I'm going to have to go in there and say, I lost my green card. I need one.
Oh no, you can't work.
Yep,
Yeah.
kick you out of the country.
About time.
Yeah. No green card.
Well, we'll have ice on your doorstep within the
No,
hour.
I'm gonna go hide in Montana. What you talking about?
Oh, okay
I
then.
could go to Chicago and they leave me alone.
No.
Oh. Yeah, but I've used in the last week, I put 2 tanks of gas in my car. And I don't usually put 2 tanks a month in my car. I've been driving back to Hammond back and forth. I've been using a lot of gas. And then I got, like I said, tomorrow I might be going to a meet, which is north of Hammond. So I'm gonna use freaking quarter tank of gas again. But I'll be going to get money for those pots. If I sell that's cooking set. So I don't mind that.
When you look at it, you'd be well and truly feeling the increase in the fuel price.
If I'm making money while I'm doing it, I don't care. I'm just going. It's when it's costing me money. Makes a little bit of difference, you know.
Yep, they started adding extra ethanol into the gas. So I'm having to look for, there's a couple places in town that will sell ethanol free for that buggy or your lawnmower. I mean, ethanol make them run too hot, burn them up.
Yeah. When you look at it, they in your case, in your country, where you actually produce 99% of your own fuel, there shouldn't be any reason to water it down.
You got a point
with other product, because it's the only reason the price has actually gone up in your country is because OPEC sets the price, and they set it for the worldwide per barrel. So, which means if the worldwide crisis, if it only affected one country, it would mean that the whole planet actually pays an increased fuel price because of that one country country's production. So yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, but yeah, I can't see
Well, if
why
everybody would just hurry up
the
and get
United
on
States
electric
would
cars, would be
actually-
good.
Yeah, no.
Everybody needs to go back, get on electric cars, or go back to horse and buggy.
I'll take the horse and buggy.
Well,
except for me.
Ride
Except for you.
bicycles.
Yep.
Well, put it this way, you've got the Don, you've got the car. All you got to do is cut a hole in the floor and put your legs through and
Flintstone
run
it.
like it. Yeah.
Yep.
Just like the Flintstones.
Yeah,
My dad.
well
that was
described at the back.
green
axle.
screen.
Put a chain and pedals on it.
My dad had a Falcon station wagon. It was a 60 Falcon station wagon. And he had it rusted out on the floorboard on one side. So you could see the ground, right? And that, I hate to say it, that's where he threw his trash. He'd eat a hamburger or something and throw his trash over there and it just fall out into the ground. He did that one day. You ready for this? He was going back it was called shoot. I can't remember what it's called. It's called the Ice Something Road. But they had some ice factories back there where they did the ice and sold places. And he used to cut across there because it was the easiest way to go instead of going all the way around. He was going back there and they had one area where everybody threw their trash, right? So he finished eating his hamburger, wrapped everything up and chunked it out. Got halfway to work, realized he didn't have his false teeth. He had
They
to
were
go
in the
back.
bag?
He was in the bag. He
Great.
had to go back and find them.
Well,
He went back and he found them.
these guys the other day, Saturday, these guys came riding through.
Yeah.
You'd
That's nice.
have cars like these.
Yeah. There you go, Paul. Get you one of them.
And they'd only ridden like 5 miles. They were only lived like 5 miles away and they rode those up. And it's like, how far have you ridden them? And like, well, one guy's trying to build up his stamina. Well, that was my wife smiling. There's me driving the buggy. So there's evidence that it works.
Of course it works.
I don't know
I
where
like
those
that
guys
old
went.
greenish color car.
It's good to note that you've actually got Go Fast stripes on it.
I got some what?
You've got Go Fast stripes on your buggy.
Oh yeah, the stripes make it like 10% faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you looking at the older?
That one right there.
Yeah.
What is that? It looks like
I
old
don't know.
Plymouth.
I'm not a car guy.
My dad had one like that, but it was blue. Looks like an old Plymouth.
Did I mention I'm not a car guy? I say Gonzo was out of place there in amongst all these cars, but it was really me. I was out of place. I mean, if you look at it, Gonzo sitting in the middle of the batch there. I mean, yeah, there's some other weird cars and There
That's
were
cool.
cars that were in worse condition that by far.
You know what
This
I don't
car-
see? I'm
What-
looking at
what-
what you're showing right there. I don't see like a 55 or a 56 Chevy. Usually you see one of those at every car show.
Let me see. What was it? No. There's the Mustang that won. He won like second place, and then he's back here on the left side there.
The red one,
Yeah.
orange or red.
Now, my wife showed up and she says, I saw there was another dune buggy there. And I was like, are you talking about the tea bucket? The yellow tea bucket up there? And she says, no, it was orange. It had orange on it. You see the orange back there?
Yeah,
The dragster?
Yeah.
Which is not a dune buggy.
buggy.
It's-
That one.
yeah, that's not a dune buggy.
Man, there you go. Drive that one around.
Yeah, there were quite a few that had to be trailing. And of all of them, no one's looking at this little MGB. And I was like, that looks like a fun little car.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at them. I look at them as, is that a fun
There's an
little
old
car?
Ford Falcon right there. It's a Falcon.
Yeah, it's for sale. He had a trailer
That's a 60. I think that's a 60 model.
I don't remember what year it is, but he's a member of the lodge up there. He had a trailer in, and it is pretty beat up.
Like my dad had a station wagon like that.
Let me pop that up here. I'm not sure. I may have.
Yeah, there was no. I mean, I could see everything you're showing glancing, and I don't see any 55 Chevys. They got a guy around here that's got one. It's a metallic orange, and this guy he has it at every show, and he wants 40 grand for it. And it's kind of beat up.
Yeah, hold on. I do go back to the back of it. I think I was talking to somebody there. But yeah, it still has a lot
of work to do
that would need to be done on it. But that being said, he's
She talking about that car right there?
no.
That's a tea bucket.
Yeah, she wasn't talking about the tea bucket. She was talking about the dragster.
Okay.
And I was like, it had orange on it, and I was just totally confused. Now I was down getting the train ready and everything to give the kids rides. And a little bit later, I went up and I was walking around with the GoPro, and I came around and I finally saw the dragster. I finally put the two and two together, saw the orange, and I just started laughing. The guy thought I was laughing at his car.
Yeah, not even.
I'm laughing at my wife.
Did you tell him your wife thought it was a dune buggy?
Yeah.
Distance?
Oh yeah. I told him why I was laughing. But yeah.
So this is really where we filmmaker in chief at full force, and I think President Trump is continuing to do that.
Did he laugh pretty hard?
He chuckled.
He's just making it up. He was laughing at my car.
Uh-huh. Whatever, asshole.
Here you go. I found it.
And it cannot be tolerated in any neighborhood. I caught what you said, and I know you're not military, but your husband, I believe, is in law enforcement. But I caught what you said. It sounds.
Joe, where are you headed this afternoon?
That's like I said. I got to go to Sam's. Hold on. Here you go. Here you go down. Let me show you. This is the one I was talking about. I didn't see one like this. Look at that Bel Air. Look at that sucker.
Oh yeah.
That is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
told
touch,
you you're not allowed to go
nice
and get
touch with the mirror up
Boston
underneath the
cream.
hood.
Yeah.
If I have that, there was.
He's got that nice. Look at that. He only wants 40. He only want. Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times now. He only wants 40 grand for this thing, and the thing runs perfect. It's a 56. If it was a 55, I'd have bought it. I'd buy it. Eventually, I'd buy it because that's when I was born. In 55, I'd buy it just because of that. You know.
Yeah.
It had a couple of nice stuff out there.
Rotate that 90 degrees. For some reason, the GoPro kept on flipping around and shooting or recording everything vertical.
Here you go, Donald.
Hold on just a second. I'm not seeing. Zoom. There it is. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had that out there. That was nice. You know what the best part about this car show was? They were serving hamburgers, and the hamburgers were badass.
They weren't good, huh?
I went over there and I got 2 of them, right? And I said, "Where the hell did you get this stuff from?" And you know what it was? They were from Sam's. I said, "Look at this."
We had some. Well, here's a 54 Skyliner.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I think I come around here with that glass.
Oh Lord, that one.
Look at that.
Yep.
You don't see too many of those on the.
Did that come stock that way? Or
I
did
think
he
so.
add that?
No,
Back
I think
then,
I think that's how it came.
Yeah, I
And
think it's stock.
And yep, it looks it. Can you imagine how much that glass would cost?
Or how hot it would be in that car.
Oh, that's one big issue is how hot they got.
Yeah.
Well, I'm driving on interstate yesterday, and I heard ding. I looked up right in the front of me on my glass. I got a big old bing.
And that rear window.
Yeah, that's
The
a
rear
lot of
window
money.
there. That's
You,
just
you
the
probably can't
compound
even get
curves
that.
and-
You probably can't even get that repaired anymore.
Oh, you probably can. It probably costs you quite a penny. But is that more the year you're looking for there, sir?
55. 55.
1 year off.
Yeah, no, that's what's 1 year off on another one. But that rock that hit me, I don't know what it had to be a rock that hit me. Hit me dead center right in front of me, and I got a nice little star right there. Now the good news is I don't have to go get an inspection sticker for another year. So I don't need when it starts splitting, I don't have to worry about it anyway. So I have 0 deductible on the comp. So I just go get one fixed and don't cost me anything. But I've got like five bings on it now in different places. And as soon as it starts splitting, I'll just go ahead and get it done, you know. But as long as it don't split, I don't care, you know. But I figure summertime when the heat hits, it's gonna start cracking.
Yep.
So about sometime over the summertime, I'll be having it fixed.
Yep, you're gonna walk out and yep, it'll be all the way up.
And have a line all the way across the one way. Well, it's got about 3 different directions.
Now, has the crack started yet, or is it just still a chip?
No, it's cracked, started already.
Okay. Okay.
When it hit, it already started. If it was small enough, I could have it fixed like that.
I was gonna say, if it was just a chip,
forget it.
Yeah, you get it filled before it cracks, but
it's about $50 right now. And it's just where you can see the going off different directions. So one day when it gets really hot, I'm gonna walk out there and I'm gonna have me a little star.
I mean, if it has just started a star pattern, you might be able to get that filled and prevent it from cracking all the way through.
Well, the issue is, like I said, I got it from places. I
Mhm.
might as well just call them and say, hey, I'll wait for it to crack a little bit.
Safe light
'Cause like I
repair,
said,
safe light replace.
yeah, Safe Light's right across, where I'm at, right across the highway is Safe Light. And I
They're
can
not,
tell them, come get it here, come do it here. Or I could go
Yep.
across the highway and do it.
Yep.
they're not allowed to repair windscreens if the chip or the crack is in the driver's field of view over
Yeah,
here.
this one's in my field of view, the first one.
Oh. Okay.
So they got to replace it, so. Yeah.
So, you guys actually had a military air crash yesterday.
Oh, the
was on it.
crash
Yeah, the
at the
two
air show.
growlers. Yeah. Okay, I've just I only caught it on our news briefly.
With two of them, right?
I
Yeah.
wasn't really watching and paying attention, but I've just seen it kind of pop up in my feed from the States. And
Yeah, I
live
saw it pop
aircraft
up in the
accident.
feed. I didn't watch it. I didn't see anything about it. I just saw that there was a collision at an air show.
Yeah, two Navy.
Boy, did they're lucky that all four of them are still alive.
Oh, did
yeah.
they? I didn't watch it because I assumed
Yeah,
that
everybody
they were
survived.
gone. Wow.
Yeah. And the two jets knew enough to hug each other and to rolled and etc. So yeah, it made you wonder how they got out. And of course, it's a very big mess. Which I'm sure somebody's going to have a lot of police explaining to do.
It was far enough away from the crowds that.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
at least that's one good thing.
Yep.
Because if that had happened over the top of a crowd, you've got.
But there's so many
like,
times that air shows that things go bad. Actually, air shows are amazing because things go right so many times. It's just you hear about the ones that go bad,
Right.
Yes.
and when they go bad, they go bad.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I know of something else in the same kind of incident. I can't talk about it yet. I know it wasn't an air show, but I know of another incident like that happened about a month ago. But I can't say nothing yet. I can't say enough about it yet. Never did hit the news.
Was it when you and Johnny both shit your pants at the same time?
Yeah, it might be.
Okay, I didn't know.
I found out about it, and there's film of it. There's actually video of it happening.
Mhm.
And I don't have the video yet, but I'll have it in about another 2 weeks. And then I got a picture of a certain person when the item, let's put it this way, I'm not going to try to go too far into it. When the item burst into flames, of the person walking away like Tom Cruise with the thing bursting the flames in the background. And they took a picture of that too. So I will get to see that. Because the person I'm talking about is going to have that picture on his wall with a piece of the tail number on the top mounted.
Any crash you can walk away from.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see that. But I can't see it yet for at least another couple of weeks. That's as far as I'll go into that. And you gotta know where I'm going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mr. TJ's talking in the chat.
Yeah. TJ's not doing anything.
Leader.
What? It wasn't by any chance Johnny Dronefly hitting another golf cart, was it?
Oh no. No, this time his drone rolled over the golf course. And he wanted me to fly the 360 the other day, and when I went to pick it up to fly, he got in the golf cart. I said, "Oh hell no." Yeah. Where'd Paul go this time?
He couldn't have gone to fly a chip.
We know that. I don't know. He might be in the backyard flying a drone around. He might have broke one of the gimbal covers in half He's trying to find out if that'll work.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. What do you think the drone does at startup? It calibrates its gimbal.
Yeah, I know. I told him that all he's going to do is cause more
Break it
damage.
more.
Yeah. So therefore, it's going to be the gimbal's going to be trying to move against something that's stuck in place,
Mm-hmm.
and
You'll get gimbal errors, and yeah,
He'll be getting gimbal overload errors.
Well, here's my thing. We all know now for about 4 or 5 days that he crashed his drone. But he'll come on the show, the first 3 minutes of the show today. He says, yeah, everything's nice. It's nice and sunny here. I can't go fly because if you don't know, I've crashed my drone. So he's got to mention it within the first couple of minutes of every show. But we already know.
Well, just in case that there's thousands of new viewers every single day that might not know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But I understand, because when I had cameras stolen one time, it took me 6 months to get the cameras back. And I understand the itchiness of it. You know, and I understand what he's in withdrawals right now.
When the weather turned nice and I had pulled every wire out of that dune buggy and nothing was wired back up yet, and then the weather turned nice for spring, I was like, ah.
I don't know.
Well, it happens.
Yeah. He'll get it back. He'll be back in the air. Just gonna have to have patience, and we know that ain't happening.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's got the sale all set up with Evelyn.
Yeah,
Evelyn knows, but he just got to figure out how he's gonna do the money.
Yeah, he'll either get this one repaired or get a new one, and he'll be back to crashing drones in no time.
Yeah.
What, 4 and 2 years? Yeah.
Yeah.
He got one back because he landed in a tree by the police station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not counting that as a loss.
Yeah, but he floated one away on an iceberg.
But so if you counted the one by the police station, that would be 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
That'd be 5. He was lucky to get that one back.
Yeah. Now the one that landed on that little iceberg, the sheet of ice, and was floating away.
Yep.
If he would have known how to use the camera on his phone, he would have had a viral video.
I think it's 6.
No, was it upside down on that iceberg thing? I didn't even think about asking him that. Because if it wasn't upside down, why didn't he try to start it?
Yeah, it was upside down.
And sometimes when it crashes, it won't let you start to recharge. See, that's the bad part. Sometimes it won't let you restart it till you turn it on and off. So, because if he was landing, if it was a way he could have taken off from that'd have been cool.
Oh yeah, if it was an FPV drone,
turtle
he
mode.
could have flipped it. He could have flipped it and tried to get it back.
But that also depends on your surroundings, because inside that tugboat, I did do a turtle mode and flipped it, but then it caught something and it said, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
There was something there because I started it, it went, and you see it through this, and it said, motors are jammed. I said, God.
Yep. It was wedged against something.
It's got a piece of, because there's a lot of, looks like some kind of insulation up in there. There's probably a piece of insulation got caught in the props. If I could have turtle motored, I would have got that sucker out of there. That would have been the better video right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's one of those things. When you've been crashing that much, you've got to sit down and learn from. You'd think after the second crash that you'd actually sit down and take a strict look at what you're doing and try and not lose another.
You should. But all right, I'm gonna go. Nice talking to you guys. I will talk to you later.
Hey, Paul, you need to get that drone fixed, because as much as you're eating right now, you're going to gain 80 pounds till you get it fixed.
Yeah, he's gonna have to drop the Boston creams. That's definite.
He just ate ice cream. He probably ate a Boston cream earlier, and now he's eating food. So now he's so nervous he's eating all the time.
Oh no. Right, that's it. Phone the Boston cream shop and have him banned. And advise the supermarket that they're no longer allowed to sell him ice cream.
He can't have any ice cream or breakfast bowls anymore. Now he's gonna have to eat vegetables.
Yeah.
Vegetables,
Yes,
ooh. Today's trash day, Joe, and I took that asparagus out there. The broccoli.
Yeah, I knew you didn't have asparagus.
There was great big plumes of broccoli.
Yeah, like I said, you should have gave that to Boone.
I did. He didn't like it.
Well, I'm gonna jump off too, Paul. We'll leave you to your meal.
Let's just start.